Flags are raised. And they're off for the Paddy Power Gold Cup. Journey is 2.5 miles. And they've got 16 fences to take, and plenty want to be up there early on. French Dynamite is one of the first ones to show as they get all safely to the other side of the first. A small mistake from Slate House as it's now Storm Control in yellow and purple silks that shows the way over fence number 2. Nassalam made a small error at the second fence. So crossing over the courses and on towards the third, it's Storm Control in leads. From French Dynamite and Nassalam between horses, Stolen Silver to the inside of Obrigado. Then Simply the Bets in the red and brown silks. A good couple of lengths away to Garlaw in that green jacket. Mr. Fisher a little wider out. Then Cool Cody in the red and yellow colours with the noseband. Galahad Quest, last year's 5th, is racing in midfield. Then Il Rodotto and Slate House from Derain de Carjac. And at the back of the field is Midnight River as they face up towards the first of 4 fences in the home straight this time. Storm Control is on the front end and he's opened up by about 3 lengths clear. From Nassalam over that one in second place. French Dynamite is to the inside of Nassalam. Then Simply the Bets and Stolen Silver the Grey from Umbrigado in maroon and yellow colours from Cool Cody. And then Mr. Fisher the top weight ahead of Galahad Quest, and Cool Cody made a very bad mistake at that fence. Cool Cody has dropped out to last, having made that very bad mistake at fence number 5. And he's being eased off at the back of the field. Cool Cody is going to be pulled up. Cool Cody is out of the race, the winner of 2 years ago. So it's Storm Control who heads down towards fence number 6. The leader from Nassalam and French Dynamite to the inside. Obrigado is next to Mr. Fisher, a little wider out from Simply the Bets and Stolen Silver to the inside of Il Rodotto. Then Galahad Quest in maroon and pink silks, who is together with at the back of the field Garlaw in the green silks. Between those is Derain de Carjac and Slate House is second to last. The back marker is Midnight River. On towards the fence on the side then, heading towards the 8th, and it's Storm Control. He's over in front. Landed with the lead of a couple of lengths to in second position at French Dynamite under Darrow Keefe. Nassalam's towards the outside of him, a further length and a half away then to find Simply the Bets. To the inside is Stolen Silver. Then Umbrigado and Il Rodotto is next. Behind that one to the inside is Galahad Quest as they take the fence over on the far side. The first in this line on the back straight, all safely over the 9th. And it's Storm Control from Nassalam in second and French Dynamite in third. Umbrigado is next in 4th. Then Simply the Bets and Il Rodotto from Stolen Silver. Garlaw's behind those. Wider out is Mr. Fisher, then Derain de Carjac. And behind that one to the outside is Midnight River. Galahad Quest more towards the inside, and then Slate House as they travelled out over that open ditch. And it's Storm Control who continues to lead the way. Storm Control from Nassalam in second and French Dynamite in third. Then Simply the Bets and Obrigado the next 2 from Stolen Silver. Behind him is Il Rodotto. A little wider out is Mr. Fisher. Garlaw just been shaken up as he begins to climb the hill towards the next ditch. Then Galahad Quest and Derain de Carjac. Midnight River is second to last. The back marker is Slate House. Now towards the open ditch at the top of the hill. Storm Control jumping well at the head of affairs once again. Led them over that. Fence number 13. They've only got 3 to take now. And it's Storm Control who lead them on the run down the hill. From French Dynamite, who's racing in second. Then back in third to the inside is Simply the Bets, followed by Umbrigado. Couple of lengths away to Stolen Silver the Grey. Between horses is Nassalam, Il Rodotto trying to move up in the blue cap. Then Garlaw, Mr. Fisher, Galahad Quest is ridden along as they approach now 3 from the end. That is Storm Control who leads the way. From French Dynamite in second, Umbrigado back in third. Stolen Silver is unseated rider. Stolen Silver's out of it, and Slate House also came down, went right at the back of the field. So they've got 2 to take in the Paddy Power Gold Cup, and it's Storm Control who's trying to lead it out from French Dynamite. Il Rodotto moves up to the outside, the blue cap in third. Then Garlaw, Simply the Bets in there pitching to the inside as they turn the way towards home. French Dynamite now looms up on terms with Storm Control at 2 out. French Dynamite landed in the lead from Storm Control in second. Il Rodotto back in third. Then Garlaw. Here's the final fence. French Dynamite made a small mistake. Garlaw now tries to get on terms. Back in third, Il Redoto, then Midnight River. Garlaw got level with French Dynamite on the run towards the line. French Dynamite is digging in. Garlaw to the outside, trying to wear him down. Garlaw's going to get up. Garlaw has won the Paddy Power Gold Cup. Garlaw has beaten French Dynamite, then Midnight River, Il Redoto and Derain de Carjac. Clear from Nassalam, simply the Bet Storm Control. Galahad, Queston and Brigado.
Johnny Burke has just won the Paddy Power Gold Cup on board galore. Many congratulations. How did you do that? Because at times it didn't look like he was travelling or jumping much for you.
No, and on the first 5 or 6 fences it wasn't happening for me. He didn't get quite high at a few, like, I don't know, it might have looked fine, but definitely didn't feel it. He just seemed to hurdle a few, but I suppose the pace of the race was different to what he's probably ever dealt with. And maybe what he did as a young horse he might have forgotten, because he's so long off. And then I had in the back of my mind that the bounce factor and all that. But when I turned down the back and faced that line, and he started to just come good, and he was starting to fence well, and the last ditch was good. And I knew when I landed the back of Cheltenham and I gave him a dig, there was plenty left. And I knew from entry one thing he'd do was keep finding for me. He was tough because he missed the last 2 fences as well, and like to do well to recover, so it was good.
When did you feel you were going to get there?
Sure, when I got a good jump at 2 out canal, it was a bit tricky fence, and just praying you meet that right, and he didn't, and he landed kind of on all fours, but he gathered himself immediately and he rallied to the last. And at that point I knew I'd be thereabouts, but it was just a matter of what Darrag's horse was going to find. But when I got my stick through to my left, he really stuck his neck out and galloped out strong.
What an exciting horse this is. I know he's had some time off, but he's a Grade 2 winner as a novice chaser as well. What sort of conditions of race, what trip do you think we'll see him in best light?
I think softer ground will definitely help him. I'd say the ground being good was probably a factor as to the way the first mile was probably going against me. He's versatile, he copes on any ground, but he's definitely more effective on softer ground, I'd say. So, look, I think these horses map their own season out, so he's had a big day today now, so I imagine he'll be back here again whenever he can, but look, I'm going to enjoy today and it's special. So
there's improvement to come from him though, isn't there?
Oh, there is. Like, he's still a raw horse effectively, like, and even to look at him, he's a tall frame, he's still got a bit to fill into, so he's a very exciting horse. Yeah,
very much so. Many congratulations.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you.